enough passengers, they might cancel the flight. And there is one plane that flies back and forth 3 times a day, from what I learned this morning. And you can see the mountains, the 25 feet high mountains. From the sea level, these are all 27 feet, 25 feet high. So he said we took off from that area called Mansera, then Naran, then Gabon. Supposedly, if you come by a car, then it's about 14-hour drive from Islamabad to Skardu. And if you take a plane, it's 1 hour. So it's 14 times longer if you go by a car. But the problem is that it's not as scenic. You can't see everything from a car. I mean, sorry, from a plane, as you can from a car, because there are a lot of beautiful spots on the way from Islamabad to Skardu that we can only see when you're traveling by a car. These mountaintops remind me of my time in Nepal when I went from Kathmandu to the Himalayan range mountains. I forgot the name of it. And boy, they were pretty white. These are white as well, but the plane is flying much higher, at a much higher elevation, like 30,000 feet high. But when you go to Nepal, the plane, it's a Fokker plane, and that flies pretty low. So actually, that's more fun. But this is...
Ladies and gentlemen, on the right you can see Nanga Parbat, which is 26,700 feet above mean sea level.
This is Nanga.
On the left you can see city of Shilas on the bank of River Indus. After 2 to 3 minutes we will initiate descent for destination Skardu.
I believe.
I hope you are enjoying the flight.
Nanga Parbat.
Thank you.
Nanga Parbat. Boy, it's very, very high indeed. It's at 30,000 feet for sure. Boy, we are almost at the level of the height of the plane right now. Nanga Parbat. They say that there's like a L-shaped, not L, but actually S-shaped travel they have to make the plane crossing these areas. They're pretty indeed, subhanallah. It's very pretty. Indeed, it's very white, all white. Lots of ice and snow around the top of the mountains. Subhanallah. ये चीज़ें आपको गाड़ी में नहीं मिलेंगी देखने के लिए। गाड़ी से जाएंगे तो ऊपर से आप पहाड़ की खूबसूरती नहीं देख सकते। हर मखलूक अल्लाह की इबादत करती है। पहाड़ों का, बादलों का चलना, आसमान का झुकना, हर चीज़ें दिखाती है कि अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला जो है वो मालिक है इन चीज़ों के। टेबल बंद कर। also hear once in a while the announcements from the pilot, both in English and in Urdu. Well, interestingly, the plane is almost full. It's got about, I don't know, 200 plus seats, and they're all taken. Not even one seat is available. It's summertime, and people have started to go to Skardu. But keep in mind also that not all passengers are tourists. There are many people who live in that city, apparently. And people go home or something. Flying through the clouds. The thing is that while it is easier to come by plane, a lot of the people can't afford it, especially if they're going with a family. That is why they take a car or even a bus or even some kind of a coach or something from Islamabad, going to Skardu for 14 hours. So the guide was telling me that most of the good drivers can make it well in about a 12 to 13 hours, not 12 really, but 13 to 14. So they leave like early morning, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, and because the Fajr time here is 3:30 a.m. in Islamabad during the summers. And you can only go here during the summers, but one of the other things very interesting he said is that most of the foreigners, like the white folks who come from the Western countries, they come here in wintertime, and they go there at the what do you call the base, the mountain base. So they enjoy the utmost bitter cold. It's unimaginable even right now at the base. It'll be very, very cold, but people come here. Some of them, you know, adventurers at the peak of the cold season. And that's when the flights are usually canceled more. So the most interesting thing was basically the Nanga Parbat and some of the other mountain heights. But because there's cloud, you can't see the mountains, the snow-capped mountains. But all of them are actually snow-capped. Well, there's a lot of snow. Some of the mountains I saw was completely white. And the tallest mountain, it said, was the Nanga Parbat on the way from Islamabad to Skardu. Almost the height of the plane, almost a little bit less. But here I see that the plane is turning right. And then it's it's at the time when there's clouds all over, and then they make a like almost like a U-turn or something, because it's like S-shaped and it's all between the mountains, so it is kind of a very dangerous endeavor. That only the most skilled pilots can do. And probably these pilots who fly these planes have been doing this for decades. It's a different kind of a skill to maneuver through the mountains, clouds and mountains. And you can't even see the mountains, it's just the clouds. Well, they gave us a nice chicken sandwich. And good sized cookie and some ketchup for the sandwich, and then some drinks. So it wasn't too bad because the flight is why it is. It says 1 hour actually to get you there sooner, and to give people food to eat when the plane goes up and down and has the curves here and there, turns, etc. That was very quick. They served and it wrapped it up for about 200 plus people. It was impressive. All clouds now. I'm just wondering if this is going to land soon or what. But it's going fast now and the clouds are all above us. So apparently they're going to land soon. So we could see some more mountains. Or maybe we're away from the mountains and now into the city. No, there are still mountains. I still see the mountains there. Lots of them. Lots of mountains. This is a very mountainous region. Only mountain. Gilgit, Baldistan is all mountains. So when it comes to going to Hunza Valley, the guides and some of my friends told me that not to go there if you only have about 5 days there. There is no need to go to Hunza because it's very far, especially because if you're going by a car, it's 5.5 hours by car, and then you can't come back the same day. Then you will not be able to really enjoy Skardu, which itself has a lot of places to see. So they suggested that I stay in the Skardu Valley and see the places there instead of going to Hunza Valley, because that itself requires you to have about a good 4 days by itself. So somebody who comes there for about 10 days, that's good enough, because less than that you will not be able to see or catch everything that are of repute. Apparently we are still very high. Lots of mountains still there. Very high. Very, very high. There are still about 25,000 feet maybe.
Gilgit was used for landing.
below the top of the mountain. And you can see the rivers flowing at the bottom. Different though, the color change, the color of the mountain changed from almost black and white to muddy colors. So the ranges actually have different colors as well. That's what I can see. Nothing but mountains. Mountain lovers, this is the best place to be. Is that the desert or is that water at the bottom? I'm not sure what it is.
Defenders of the North welcome you. The reason they probably don't fly a Fokker plane is because this is pretty far from Islamabad. I could be wrong. There again, Mera Iman, Pakistan. Look at that. This is Mera Iman, Pakistan. Well, people are very nationalistic in this part of the world. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nothing but mountains. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. They look like powdery or muddy, but they're probably very rock solid. Again, the plane is turning very, very sharp turn to the left. So because they're flying between the mountains, the pilot must have the skill of making sharp turns. Because of the speed it is going, the turns have to be made very quickly. There's another set of mountains, very, very high. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Start seeing the grass down there. Plane is ready to make its landing soon, inshallah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Here comes the river. The muddy river here, at least here at this point, and then the desert, the sand, all white. Different kind of trees here from Islamabad. The trees are different. See, there's another range behind this brown mountain there are black mountains almost, with snow at the top. Alhamdulillah, we landed in Skardu, Pakistan. Gilgit, Pakistan. Here it is. Pakistan Air Force welcomes you to Skardu. This is also one of the longest runway of the Pakistan Air Force.
ख़वातीन हज़रात, स्कर्दू एयरपोर्ट पहुंचने पर खुशामदीद। यहाँ दर्जे हरारत 21 सेंटीग्रेड है। बराए
Beautiful. The temperature is beautiful. It's 21 degrees Celsius.
साथी बंद बांधे रखें जब तक हिफाजती बेल्ट बांध के नशरात गुजारा दिए जाए। तंबाकू नोशी का इस्तेमाल ममनू है। उतरते वक्त अपना दस्ती सामान साथ ले
Welcome to
जाएं।
Skardu.
इंजन की सहूलत तमाम मुसाफिरों के उतर जाने के बाद मुयसर होगी। हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपका सफर हमारे साथ खुशगवार
Alright,
गुजरा होगा।
mashallah. It's a
सब
beautiful, beautiful journey.
अल्लाह हाफिज़।
There's the runway, Skardu Airport.
Here the temperature on ground is 21 centigrade. Do not open handrail. Keep your seatbelt fastened and you must observe the smoke sign. Take off your boarding the aircraft. Wheelchair facilities will be available when all passengers have written the bound. We hope you had a pleasant journey with us. Thank you for flying with National Flag Carrier Pakistan International. Allah Hafiz.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed my video. Please send a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe to the channel Travel with Amber. 786.
और जो सब इंतजार हमारे अगले लाइन तक नशिस्तों में तशरीफ रखें जब तक जहाज मुकम्मल तौर पर रुकता है। Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you till our next announcement until the aircraft comes to complete stop. Thank you.
Pakistan Air Force welcomes you at Skardu. And then it says, welcome to Skardu by STO. Here's the Air Blue plane. There are some private companies that also fly planes. There's another flight I saw, Serena, and then there's Air Blue, and then there's Pakistan International Airlines. Very pleasant flight from Islamabad to Skardu on May 28, 2025. Goodbye from Skardu. See you in another vlog.